1. Ever seen the definition of sadness? This is the last photo taken by Bill Biggart, the only journalist who lost his life covering 9/11. It just shows us that even during his final moments, his goal was to cover as much news as he could. 2. Back in 2004, the Indian Ocean tsunami erupted, and the earthquake was at a whopping 9.2 to 9.3 magnitude, killing an estimated 228,000 people across 15 countries. This goes to show that nature is not to be taken lightly, and once angered, it can retaliate in the most brutal ways. 3. This photograph is heartbreaking. It is from 2019, and it shows two Colombian soldiers giving a final salute as they free fall from the rope that was carrying them. The rope suddenly broke during an air show. 4. This image is taken in a specialized clinic in the Soviet Union after the Chernobyl disaster took place on April 26, 1986. You can see that the person has gone through acute radiation sickness, which is something we should never take lightly. 5. Another photo that was taken shortly before a huge wave hit the shore during the devastating 2004 tsunami. Nobody was expecting the magnitude of destruction it would cause. 6. Look at this person exploring a hole between the floors of a Viet Cong tunnel system. He is also known as the Tunnel Rat. It's just a fascinating yet creepy photo from history. 7. The BTK killer murdered at least 10 people. They were men and women, but his most specific targets were women. This is a surprisingly wholesome photo he took with his daughter. However, if you know the history, you'd be very disturbed. 8. And this was the mask worn by Dennis Rader, or the BTK killer, when carrying out his attacks. Thanks to the dirt on that mask, it looks even creepier. 9. The youngest working guy from a family or a trapper boy who is standing 1 mile inside a mine in West Virginia. The picture was taken in 1908. 10. This image is from World War II, 1942, when someone put on a Mickey Mouse gas mask. This looks straight out of a serial killer movie. 11. If you thought Australia had all the creepy animals, then get ready for the female Omathamus cider in Malaysia. This looks like it could come to your home at night and haunt you in your sleep. 12. This X-ray reveals the pelvis of Albert Fish, which looks like it had needles inserted into his pelvic area for pleasure. Albert was a cannibal and killer for fun, and he killed at least 3 children before getting caught. 13. This is the picture of a De Beer mine worker being X-rayed at the end of his shift before leaving the diamond mines. The image was taken in Kimberley, South Africa, in October 1954. 14. On the surface, this image looks normal. But when you realize that it's 2 clowns found at an abandoned old folks' home, that's where you get the chills. 15. This image is messed up because it's a Japanese soldier coming out of the sea off Cape Ndiadere, New Guinea, with a grenade against his head, moments before it goes off. He was defying an Australian soldier calling him to surrender on December 18, 1942. 16. Gary Leon Ridgway was an American serial killer who was convicted of killing at least 49 people, making him the second most prolific serial killer in the history of the United States. This is the police excavating his backyard. 17. This image is of a 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson walking inside the gym of his high school on January 10, 2013. The following day, his dead body was found rolled up in a gym mat. 18. This is a picture of a man with schizophrenia before and after his lobotomy. However, modern science says that there's actually no cure for this illness, which is quite interesting. 19. Have you ever wondered what some of the things a serial killer like Ted Bundy used in his exploits? Well, here you go. That's enough internet for today. 20. Robert Bud Dwyer was one of the most popular American politicians. This image is of him moments before he took his life on live television. 21st Dalen Pua disappeared on February 27, 2015, while hiking the dangerous and illegal Haiku Stairs Trail, also known as Stairway to Heaven, on Oahu. This was the last picture taken of him. 22. This is the picture of Raymond Robinson, a man who was tragically disfigured in an electrical accident as a child. He looks creepy, even though in real life he was quite wholesome. 23. This phenomenon is called an electric storm, and it happened in Sequoia National Park in California around 1975. These siblings are taking a regular photo, but shortly after this picture was taken, they were struck by lightning, although both survived. 24. The man you are seeing is Joseph Goebbels, a German Nazi politician. He is looking at a Jewish photographer named Alfred, back in 1933. You can see the hate and unease in his eyes. 25. Anne Frank was a German-born Jewish girl who had to go through hell during the Holocaust, but she survived. This is her father revisiting the attic where he and his family hid. 26. This is Che Guevara, the revolutionary and former Minister of Industries of Cuba. This image was taken in his last moments in Bolivia on October 9, 1967. 27. This is the last photo of the ever-so-popular Nikola Tesla. The image was taken back in 1943, but he looks like he has literal life sucked out of him. 28. This is the first atomic bomb that was ever created. The image is from 1945, and this bomb is called the Gadget. 29. Look at this pyramid of World War I's German helmets in New York. The photo was taken in 1919. 30. These are Austro-Hungarian trench raiders near Caporetto in 1917. Nevertheless, they look quite badass. 31. Just little kids working in a factory. History was quite painful, especially for children, because child labor became a thing. 32. This Russian inmate identifies a cruel camp guard at Buchenwald. What comes next would be quite a lot of trouble. 33. Today, we have many new treatments to get rid of lice. The lice spread typhus back in 1945. And this is a woman being liberated from the Bergen-Belsen camp by being dusted with DDT powder to treat lice. 34. History was unhinged. This is the photo of Joe Arity giving his toy train to another inmate. However, after this photo, the inmate was taken to a gas chamber for a crime he never committed. Intense emotions are going on there. 35. No way this happened. Look at this poster about 4 children being for sale. Just imagine what the children would go through. 36. This one is less creepy and more fascinating. But in 1925, a man flying from Casablanca to Dakar photographed a Barbary lion in the Atlas Mountains. This photo is unique because it's the last known picture of a wild Barbary lion before they went extinct. 37. This one is just sad. It captures a 16-year-old German anti-aircraft soldier during World War II, 1945. We all hope that he survived. 38. This was the last boarding of the British airship R-101. That's because, on its last voyage, it crashed into France shortly after leaving. The photo was taken in 1929. 39. During the Great Depression, many people lost their lives. This picture is of men waiting in line for the possibility of a job. This is what the world was facing in the 20th century. 40. This is a 6-year-old Jewel Walker who surprisingly picked up 20 to 25 pounds of cotton a day. The image was taken back in 1916. 41. This is a ghostly yet mesmerizing image from 1900 of a ship coming. 42. This is a famous, infamous, crime-ridden slum in New York City known as the 5 Points. The photo was taken by Jacob Rias in 1872. Just looking at the image makes you feel the creeps. 43. This is one of the oldest people to have been photographed in history. The image was taken sometime between 1840 and 1850. 44. On the surface, it looks like people are just wearing masks. But this is a cult-like early meeting of the Mickey Mouse Club. 45. These tents belong to absolute badasses. They were missing from the Dyatlov Pass, one of the most dangerous places in the world. 46. This is the picture of a boy who is being treated for a Russell's viper bite. His father is watching, but the photo itself is quite creepy. 47. As Christmas is coming, Santa Claus will be everywhere. However, this is a terrifying one, as you can see from the whole getup. Definitely someone I'd keep my children away from. 48. These are gas masks for babies. History didn't forgive anyone, not even the little kids. 49. This is the inside of a train in the 1800s. It looks quite gothic and something straight out of Harry Potter. 50. Meet Mrs. Josephine Smith, who loves digging graves, and that's exactly her hobby. This was her just fulfilling her hobby at the Drouin Cemetery during World War II. 51. No one remembers how horrifying bombs could be. This is a photo of a bomb over Nagasaki mid-explosion. It just shows how terrifying the whole scenario was, and the image is as creepy as it gets, with no civilians walking around whatsoever. 52. While on the surface, it looks like something a cult would do during their practice, this is just a Welsh woman washing her mine-working husband back in 1931. Oh, the things men do for their survival. The wife is such a gem. 53. Ironically, the Endurance ship is stuck in the Antarctic ice forever. This image was taken back in 1915. 54. The wars were brutal enough for two brothers to go against each other. This is an image from the American Civil War in 1910, when two brothers from West Virginia fought on opposite sides. 55. These are Zen monks at the Asakusa Temple in Tokyo, performing air raid drills with gas masks back in 1936. 56. This is one of the only two photographs ever taken of the U.S. President Andrew Jackson. The photo is from 1845. 57. This is a wedding photo during the Lebanese Civil War in Beirut, Lebanon. The photo was taken back in 1986. 58. During the Saur Revolution of 1978, there was a female Afghan communist revolutionary who helped the cause. 59. This is a Zulu tribesman pulling a tourist in a pedicab in Durban, Union of South Africa. The photo was taken somewhere in the 1930s. 60. This is a horrifying photo of facial injuries inflicted on a German soldier in World War I. I don't think anyone could remotely recover from that. 61. It either looks like some kind of elephant trick or a photo taken right before disaster. 62. Here, a woman is hugging a skeleton, and it is from the Victorian era. Pretty creepy, I'd say. 63. Some tribes used to sharpen and file down their teeth. Imagine the pain they would need to go through, not only during the sharpening process, but also after the whole trick is done. Chewing and anything, everything, would be a living hell for these people. 64. Max Factor takes precise measurements of a young woman's head and face with his beauty calibrator in 1932. Beauty has never been so horrifying. With that, we have concluded our list of the creepiest historical photos taken. Which one do you think we missed? Comment down below and subscribe to our channel if you're looking for more videos like these.